bat. He'll be starting us off here as we get this ball game underway. This one fouled back. The pitch from Bain, and that's a strike. Johnson's going to have to take a defensive stance here.
A 29-52 record on the road for the Atlanta Braves last year, Gary, and that's clearly a big part of their problem. A lack of consistency from the pitching staff, really the key source.
Check swing. They say he didn't go around. They want to confirm that at third. No go. So with 2 strikes, he lives for another pitch. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. And that'll set down Johnson. We're talking about the Atlanta Braves on the road, Steve. This was one of the teams that really you did not want to play on the road. All of a sudden last year that changed.
Well, that's right, because, you know, consistency was the name of the game under Bobby Cox, their manager. And it was consistent pitching, but they've had so many injuries and have made so many player moves now.
And it's Yunel Escobar now. Fouled off. And 0-1 by Maine. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Time for Escobar to protect that strike zone.
Well, it looks like he's on it. He's got a read for it. His timing's right, but he just swings underneath it.
Fastball got him, 2 down.
Well, he made that one look easy, huh? I mean, look at 3 pitches and a strikeout.
And now we'll take a quick look at the Mets. This is how they line up on the field.
Well, they cover ground in the outfield. They cover ground in the infield, make every routine play, and really back up their pitching staff. A good quality defensive team.
And here's Chipper Jones. 2 outs, base is empty. On the way. This one's bounced foul. He deals. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Time for Jones now maybe to go the other way. Fastball swung on and missed. Side retired. And they're unable to make any noise here in this half inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. And out on the mound, we've got Javier Vasquez. He's starting for Atlanta. And Steve, as we focus on these Met hitters, how does he see them?
Gary, on any given night, Javier Vasquez can shut down the opponent. He has that kind of stuff. But sometimes he just seems to get lost out there on the mound and lose his way.
First one to Reyes. Here's the pitch. Ends up foul. On the ground to second. Picked up by Johnson. To Kochman. 1 away. Here we take a look at our State Farm offense. This is the lineup for the Mets.
Well, with an offense like this, they're going to have to really hold the base runners close. If they get on, they're going to look to run. They all have the green light, so a lot of speed in this lineup, Gary.
Going to be Castillo now. He's often walked, top 5 in the league. Base is empty, 1 out. Vasquez with the pitch. Started to go around, held up, but it's in there, 0-1. He delivers. Strike 2 there. No balls, 2 strikes. Castillo will protect.
You know, the walk is such a critical aspect of the game. You know, on-base percentage is so underrated. Getting a guy on base with a walk means the pitcher had to throw a lot of pitches. He had to work to try to get him out, and it tires him out for the rest of the game and in that inning.
Fastball in there, struck him out number 2.
Couldn't make a better two-strike pitch right there. He's working well with the catcher, hitting his spots, powering that fastball down and away.
Take a moment to look at the Braves' defensive setup. Steve, keeping an eye on anyone?
Now, Kelly Johnson was signed as a third baseman and converted to the outfield and came to the major leagues as a second baseman without ever having played there in the minor leagues. He really offers versatility and is a very good athlete.
And it's David Wright at the plate. It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by.
Well, the Mets and Braves, this has always been a tough matchup for the New York Mets. And last year, the Braves had the advantage, winning 11 of the 18 games.
He delivers. There's a swing and a liner. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. And so out of the inning, only 8 pitches thrown. That's pretty efficient. Still scoreless in New York. Lights are on Citi Field, and boy, these new lights sure do make it bright. It is beautiful here. And we move on here. And it's Brian McCann in the box now, batting .296. He'll start it off here in the second. Takes a swing at that fastball, can't connect. 0-1.
Nothing like a good, solid four-seam fastball, and this guy clearly has that as his best pitch, Gary, and it allows you to use all your secondary pitches off of it.
The pitch from Bain. Brian McCann isn't fooled by that one. The count is even. And with this pitch, it keeps you honest at the plate because you've got to be looking for it all the time.
Well, you've got to speed up the look fastball, and then it makes you vulnerable to the off-speed stuff.
Swings, lines this one back up the middle, and it's in there. That hitting streak continues. And that's going to bring Jeff Francoeur up. No one out and a runner on first. Here's the pitch. There's a swing, line drive, center field, and Francoeur has got himself a single. Good offensive chance here. And Casey Kochman to bat. Runners at first and second, nobody out. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. One away.
Well, he gets the first out of the inning right there. Now let's see if he can continue to bear down and work his way out of this jam and keep the score tied.
And we're going to see Diaz here.
But Gary, he struggles with runners on base, so look for them to go right at him at the plate now.
Swung on and ripped towards second. The dive, and he's got it. What a catch. Reaction time critical in this play if you're going to get it in the air.
You're not going to see many plays better than this one. The instant it leaves the bat, he reacts quickly and reaches out and makes the catch.
It's going to be Blanco now. .336 batting average. This is his second year in the majors. Good pitch from Maine. Swung on and missed. Good arm action. Circle change. Swung on and missed. 0-2. There's a swing, a high bouncer towards the hole. And Delgado feels that. And he's out at first. Good hustle by the pitcher getting off the mound.
That's a good heads-up play. You know, you have to know the hitter and his speed. Don't hesitate. Get over and beat him to the bag.
So no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. And we move on to the bottom half of the second inning. And Carlos Delgado to bat. He takes that one. Vasquez has him 0-1.
Well, Mets fans looking for some level of redemption in 2009 as a lot of pain from 2008. You can go back to 2007 and feel that pain as well, although the Mets gave him a lot to cheer about at home last year.
And he leaves that one alone. Carlos Delgado with patience and an even count. Part of what the fans at home get to cheer about with the New York Mets is an offense that's very productive.
Well, it is productive. They were much better at home than they were on the road last season, though. The offense and pitching were much better.
The 1-2 on its way. Picked up by Johnson. And that sets down Delgado. Beltran at the plate. 1 out, nobody on. On the ground to second. And Johnson in position. So Beltran is retired. And in the batter's box, it's Murphy, and the team's best home run hitter right now. Base is empty and 2 down. Ball lifted high in the air, deep down the line in right. Off the wall. Murphy on his way to third. He stops at third. A triple, 2 down. They've got a man just 90 feet away, though.
Well, a little bit of a risk here because of 2 outs. You never want to make the last out of the inning at third base, but he was able to get himself going and get in there in time, and now a chance to score an easy run.
And Ryan Church standing in, batting .317. 2 outs and a runner on third. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And that one's put away to retire the side. They get a man to third, but can't bring him home. He'll go to the top of inning number 3. And there's a shot of Bobby Cox. He's watched some great deliveries on the mound. Struggling bats, though. Important now to get the offense stinging. Vasquez at the plate. He'll start things off here in the 3rd inning. And Maine's pitch looked at for a strike, 0-1.
He let that four-seam fastball go up and in the zone. It's up in his eyes. You can see it well. He just couldn't pull the trigger.
Here it comes. Good hard slider, swung on and missed. 0-2. Pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss on a heater. Strike him out, 1 down.
That's how you get it done right there. Great technique. 3 pitches and 3 strikes. And now he goes away.
And he had great command of all those 3 pitches. And Kelly Johnson to bat. Grounded out last time. 1 out. Bases empty. And Johnson ready for the first pitch. Good pitch from Maine. Swung on and missed.
Well, the hitter struggles with curveballs when he's behind in the count. I suspect they're going to go to the hook.
The pitch. And that's a strike. Johnson's going to have to take a defensive stance here.
Well, he's just spinning himself into the ground right there. That changeup just about stopped at the plate.
He swings and nails a liner. And it's through. Credit Johnson, single. And that brings up Yunel Escobar. Oh for 1 thus far. 1 out. Runner on at first. Now the first pitch. It's taken for a ball. Bottom dropping out on Maine's pitch. The 1-0 now. On the outside corner, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a high pop-up left side of the infield. Now it's 2 down.
Well, changing speeds helps a pitcher a lot. You get the hitter off balance, it turns into easy outs like this, pop up to short.
And here's Chipper Jones. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. A runner on first with 2 outs. And the pitch to Jones. Swing, soft liner towards left center. And that's a knock for Jones. Atlanta, what a shot they've got here.
He's a first pitch fastball hitter. He got the fastball and ripped it into left.
And it's Brian McCann in the box now. He's singled in his last at bat. 2 men on and 2 men out. And Snyder sets up his target. Swings. Oh, he got that one high in the air. Straight away center field. It's up against the wall on a bounce. And Johnson scores. The throw. And Jones comes across to score. That tag, and he is out at third. And so the third inning sees our first 2 runs of the game. Offense is clicking. The Braves lead 2-0. For those of you catching up with our ball game, hi everybody, this is Gary Thorne. I'm along with Steve Phillips. Major League Baseball right here, 2K Sports. And we're going to see Snyder here. He'll start things off for the home team. We're in the third. Vasquez with the pitch. And it's fouled away. The pitch started to go around. That pitch is in there anyway. 0-2. Big swing, misses on the changeup, struck him out, 1 away.
Good confidence there, Gary. He could have thrown 1 or 2 out of the zone and wasted a pitch. He went right at him.
You may want that arm stronger later on in the ball game. And we've got Maine batting. 1 out, nobody on. Strike 1. Vasquez got him to come around on it. 0-1.
He swung like he thought he knew what was coming, but it doesn't matter how hard you swing, you have to make contact.
Has him uppercutting that time, and it's 0-2.
He's not able to center that fastball. He's not picking it up out of the pitcher's hand and reacting properly. He swings right over the top.
Off the ground, played by Kochman. And it's plucked off the field. And he steps on first. That's the second out. And here's Jose Reyes. He bounced out his last time. Base is empty with 2 outs. First one to Reyes. Here's the pitch. Swinging a drive deep left center. This one's going to be fielded by Diaz. This one beyond him. It's going to be extra bases. Reyes on his way to third. Reyes trying for the plate. And there it is. An inside the park home run. Wow. Boy, he showed us something there in the hustle department. Check out the wheels on this guy. You got to have those wheels if you're going to end up at home.
Well, there's no question about it, but you also need some help from the defense, and the defense had a letdown there that allowed an inside the park home run. Now, Gary, clearly the Braves out of position, out of sync on that play. They made a mistake.
First pitch to Castillo. Now here's a grounder towards the hole. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. Narrow their deficit a bit. They pick up a run on the dinger. The Mets cut the deficit and get some much-needed run support. Jeff Francoeur in the box. He had a single in his last time up. Now Francoeur gets set. And Maine's pitch looked at for a strike. 0-1.
Well, they set up down and away. They throw it down and away. That's how you can be effective as a major league pitcher.
He deals. That one swung on. It's lined. And there's another one. Couple of quick hits. That will bring up Casey Kochman. Last time up, flew out. A runner on first, no outs. Kicks and throws. Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike.
One ball.
Pulls it back. 1-1. He watches the 1-1 pitch, takes a fastball, strike two.
Hitters have to have great balance and be prepared for the pitch away. If you open up even a little bit, you can't catch up to that four-seam fastball on the outside corner.
Still 1-2. And Kochman up empty on that one. Is that bat is over.
He's got a good rhythm right now, Gary. Let's look back at the strikeout.
Right, Steve. When he's in that rhythm, he's able to throw the pitches where he wants them.
Now he's locked in.
And we're going to see Diaz here. Lined out in his last at bat. Runner at first with one down. Here's the first pitch. It's taken for a ball. Bottom dropping out on Maine's pitch.
Good fastball right there. Let's see what he's going to come back with now.
The 1-0 pitch. Slider just misses the black. Falls behind 2-0. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a ground ball. That ends up foul. Two 2-1 pitch. And another foul ball.
Well, the way to extend it at bat is to spoil the pitcher. When he throws that pitch on the corner, fight it off.
Oh, some debate going to go on here. Did he check his swing in time, Steve? Just barely. He did hold up. He survives. Call made at first. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball. And that one is foul. There's a swing and a hit. This one's to Beltran. And in there, base hit. The opportunity for offense is right now. It's going to be Blanco now. Grounded out his last time through. One out with runners at first and second. First pitch on the way. Here's a fly ball to straightaway left. And that gets through for a base hit. Slides. Throw is there. He is out at third.
He's got a shot of getting out of this now. Big time out. Now he's got 2 down. He's only 1 out away from working out of this jam.
Vasquez at the plate. Boy, pitcher needs to get an out here. If you don't, you're going to have the potential for a very big inning offensively. Here's your big-time opportunity to put something up on the board. And Maine's pitch looked at for a strike. 0-1.
Look, Gary, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
On the way. Looks at a fastball in there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Now, Gary, I think he decided that was a pitch he needed to take. As soon as it came out of his hand, just can't handle that fastball up and away.
Swing, contact. This one to Church. And that's going to do it in this half inning. No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. We'll go now to the bottom of the 4th. David Wright at the plate. And the fans kind of move to the front of their seats when he comes to the plate. Wright gets set. Here's the first pitch. He takes that one. Vasquez has him. 0-1.
Oh, big-time power hitter, Gary, and a guy that if you make a mistake, he can really make you pay for it.
He delivers, and he leaves that one alone. Right, patience, evens the count.
That's a power pitch right there. That 4-seam fastball at the knees, just below the zone, though.
The 1-1 on the way. Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change. 1-2. Hit in the air to left center. And Escobar able to get to that one. That's 1 down. And Delgado's batting.
Well, fans love power. Managers love power. Heck, we love power, Gary, and we've got a big power hitter coming up right here.
Base is empty. 1 out. The first pitch. He takes that one. Vasquez has him. 0-1.
You know, I think the reason people like power, as I talk about so much, Gary, is that, you know, people like to see the home run ball and that ability to drive it deep out of the ballpark. Well, he's certainly a threat like that.
Smash towards the hole, and Johnson makes the catch. And Carlos Beltran to bat. Second highest average on the ball club. 2 outs and nobody on. A fresh count on Beltran. Here it comes. Starts him out with that circle change in there. 0-1. Javier Vasquez gives himself some breathing room with strike 2.
Unless you stay back and really think about going the other way, you've got no chance of hitting that 4-seamer down and away.
This one's grounded hard up the middle. Dive by Escobar. He is up, and it's in time from his knees to get the out. And they are retired in short order. Good defensive half inning. Atlanta's still in charge in this one. And Kelly Johnson to bat. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. The pitch from Bain. Takes that one low and outside, 0-1.
Well, that's a quality fastball right there, just pounding the strike zone down and away. He had no chance to put that one in play.
He delivers. He makes contact. Line drive. One down. And Escobar settles in. Definitely a significant part of the offensive strategy for Bobby Cox. And the first pitch. And Maine's pitch looked at for a strike, 0-1. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Time for Escobar to protect that strike zone.
Like Gary clearly had him fooled right there, had him overcommitted, out on the front foot, swings right over the top of the ball.
Cannot connect. Yunel Escobar's out. And Steve, I think the pitcher won that battle.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you change location, sometimes you change speed. His change of speed got him off balance.
And Chipper Jones up. Had a base hit his last time up. 2 outs, bases empty. And the pitch to Jones. This is in the air, straight away left. And that's the 3rd out. Murphy grabs it. In, out of the inning. 6 pitches and it's over. Middle of the 5th inning, now to the home half. Tripled in his last appearance. Vasquez with the pitch. Swing and a foul, straight back. The pitch. High chopper goes foul. Fastball swung out and missed. Struck him out. One away.
His pitches complement one another. They work off of each other. And he used a tremendous sequence right there. 1, 2, 3. Strike out. See you later.
And Ryan Church standing in. Flew out last time. Base is empty with 1 away. Church gets set. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a foul, straight back. And McCann's calling for the pitch. A smash towards the hole. And Kochman with a catch. Defense changes the complexion, and he does right there with that great diving stop.
He had great preparation as that ball was going to the plate and allowed him to react quickly and get the jump on the ball.
And we're going to see Snyder here. 0 for 1 thus far. Base is empty and 2 down. Here's the first pitch. Circle change is right there for a called strike.
But Gary, awfully tough to read this pitch out of his hand. He has great deception, makes it look like a fastball. It just comes out so much slower.
Vasquez with the pitch. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. This one into the gap, rolling towards the wall. So there are 2 men down here, but they do get a man in scoring position.
This shows you how quickly things can turn. You get 2 quick outs and then a double. You've got a guy in scoring position. Now you have to bear down on the mound.
Going to be Reed now. He'll be the pinch hitter.
As the pinch hitter comes into the game now, it officially closes the book on this guy's day.
2 outs and a runner on second. He deals. Starts him out with a called strike on the circle change.
Well, against this guy in this situation, Gary, you've got to go with the changeup.
Good arm action. Circle change, swung out and missed. 0-2. He swings and drives this one. And that's the 3rd out. That'll do it. They pick up no runs on 1 hit and leave a man at second. 5 innings down as we go to the 6th. Meat of the lineup coming to the plate. Gets ready to throw. The Mets turning to a reliever here.
I'm sure they didn't set out thinking, hey, let's pitch all our bullpen guys this early in the game.
That swung on, line towards the gap in left center. That retires McCann. 1 away.
They had the outfield swung around to the right that time. He had a long way to go to run that one down.
And it's Jeff Francoeur at the plate. Had a double his last time up. Nobody on base, 1 away. Now Francoeur gets set. And a swinging strike on the first pitch from Sanchez. 0-1.
He's waiting for the fastball. He gets it, but he's just underneath it.
And he delivers. And that's a strike. Francoeur is going to have to take that defensive stance at the plate.
This is where you want to go with the breaking ball, to the outside corner. Paint the black. Get the call. The hitter gave up on it. He got the pitch he wanted.
The 1-2 pitch. Jeff Francoeur looks at that one. It's a called 3rd strike. And if you're going to get a strikeout on a pitch, you really would like to keep it down in the zone, and that's what he did.
No, I don't think he liked the call on it, but it was too close to take. You got to swing the bat.
Kochman at the plate. Base is empty with 2 outs. Sanchez gets set and delivered. Swings over the top, and it's now 0-2. Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2.
Had him thinking inside. They went away with the fastball, but a pitch that just ran off the plate.
1-2 pitch coming. And Casey Kochman watching that one go by for a ball to even it. Two-two pitch. Sanchez. He'll throw one to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. And they're held in check here in this half inning. We'll go to the last of the 6 now. And it's Jose Reyes in the box now. Hit a home run in his last at bat. First one to Reyes. Here's the pitch. On the ground to third. And Jones picks it up to Kochman. 1 down.
Arm strength is critical for a third baseman. You see why right there. His good strong arm, the difference between out and safe.
And Luis Castillo to bat. And a lot of free passes. National League top 5 department. 1 out, nobody on. Vasquez with the pitch. First pitch is a big curveball in there. 0-1.
Love his patience at the plate. One of the best in the game at doing it. Work the pitcher. He seems to never chase the ball off the plate.
Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground over to shortstop. And that will retire Castillo. And it's David Wright now. He's a 6-year ball player. 2 outs and nobody on. Wright gets set. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And that is in there. The tying run is on base. And that's going to bring Carlos Delgado to the plate. Oh for 2 thus far. Runner on first, 2 away. First count on Delgado. First pitch. He takes that one. Vasquez has him 0-1.
Now the changeup offers the change of speed, but you have to throw it down in the zone to be effective. He got away with one right there, throwing it up and away.
Swing, a little line drive towards the middle. And Johnson grabs that one, and the side's retired. No runs at a base hit. They leave 1 man on at first. Atlanta's still in charge in this one. And we're going to see Diaz here. He singled in his last at bat. First pitch, here it comes. Liner towards the hole, and Castillo picks that one up. And so Diaz retired. It's going to be Blanco now. Base is empty, 1 out. Sanchez gets set and delivers. And Church is going to play it. And he gets to it and puts it away. Vasquez at the plate. Base is empty with 2 outs. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. Sanchez, strike 2, way behind on that countdown.
Oh, he doesn't like to mess around. You get 0-2 on him, he's coming at you with the fastball.
Fastball swung out and missed, and the side's retired. 3 up, 3 down this half inning. It's 7th inning stretch time in New York. Middle of the lineup, due up. Game decisions all a part of the difficult task of being a manager. He knows his guys are still in this game. That tying run becoming ever so critical, though. And it's Carlos Beltran now. 0 for 2 thus far. The first count on Beltran. Here it comes. Swings at that first delivery. Curveball by him, 0-1.
Well, down by 1, nobody out here in the 7th inning. You want to try to get somebody on base and get a little bit of rally, because within 1, you want to be able to tie him and then maybe take the lead. So play for a big inning right here.
Vasquez with the pitch. And it goes foul. Swing, liner back up the middle. And it's in there, the tying run on board.
I tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate and took advantage of it. Now we got a bona fide base stealer at first base, the kind of guy that can steal second when everybody knows he might be going. They're going to have to keep him close.
Vasquez with the pitch. Swinging a ball line towards the hole. And that is in there, the go-ahead run on base.
But Gary, sometimes you guess right. He was looking curveball in the first pitch. He got it, and he knew what to do with it as he punched it into right field.
And Ryan Church standing in. 0 for 2 thus far.
Carlos Beltran has that ability to steal a base, even when the other team knows it. They know he needs to run right now.
It'll be Kochman. He's trying to keep him near the bag. And with 2 strikes on him now, Church has got to adjust that strike zone. Has to dive, but he's back in there in time. Church goes down swinging, strike 3.
Well, they needed that one. That's the first out. They need to try to limit the damage in this inning and hold on to that lead. That's a big K right there. I'll tell you what, they wanted to advance that runner to third and get him in with a ground ball or a fly out. Now it's going to take a base hit to score him from second base.
And we're going to see Snyder here. Runners on first and second with 1 out. He takes that one. Vasquez has him 0-1.
You know, Gary's still dealing with that 1-run differential. 1 out here in the 7th inning. And again, I think it's about making plays right now and offensively force the issue. Get somebody on base and put the pressure on the pitcher.
Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1.
Well, that 2-seam fastball has to be thrown down in the zone. You throw it up, it flattens out, and you can get hurt.
Now McCann positions himself, picks it up. To Kochman, 2 retired here.
That's a big second out right there, holding on to a slim lead. Now he's got a chance to get out of this thing without any major trouble.
And in the batter's box, Tatis. He's going to come on as a pinch hitter.
Well, now hitting for the pitcher in this situation, he just has to try to get on base and see if he can't get something going offensively.
Runners at second and third and 2 down. Checks his swing that time, but it's still a strike, 0-1. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. Kochman, fine play in the grounder. And they'll record the out at first base. Good timing on that play.
Well, he might not have been able to get him out at the plate, but a short run over to first, and he still retires his man.
They get 2 men in scoring position. Couple of hits, can't get them home, though. 8th inning of baseball coming right along. Ciano out on the mound. The Mets turning to a reliever here.
Managers face so many different decisions during the course of a game, and as the game goes on and it's close, those decisions become much more critical to success or failure.
And Kelly Johnson to bat. Trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. And Johnson ready for the first pitch. Slider just misses, 1-0.
Well, if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
Line drive fouled off towards first. Here it comes. Played by Reyes. And that'll set down Johnson. And it's Yunel Escobar now. 0 for 3 to this point. 1 out, bases empty. And Escobar ready for the first pitch. First pitch is a sinker for a called strike.
Well, this guy has some great late breaking sink on his fastball. It's his out pitch.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Time for Escobar to protect that strike zone. Even though the hitters know it's coming, Steve, that out pitch you're talking about, with that movement, it's tough to get under it.
Well, that's the issue. The sinker down in the zone. Hitters tend to swing over the top of the ball or top of the ball directly into the ground.
Well, he finished that one off with a strikeout. Nice pitch. Well, that pitch just froze him, and he's gone.
As a hitter, you've got to recognize the pitcher's tendencies. Make an adjustment. He had him guessing the whole time.
And Chipper Jones up. Base is empty and 2 down. And the pitch to Jones. Fastball just misses. 1-0.
Well, he missed with the first pitch, so I bet he's going to come back with the fastball right here, as he's done in the past.
Swing, contact, Church. And that's going to do it in this half inning. And they aren't able to get anything going in this half inning. 3 up, 3 away. And here come the Mets. This is going to be their half of the 8th. Acosta pitching as the Braves turn to him in relief.
I'll tell you what, this is one of those decisions you can go either way. He's pitched pretty well to this point, but it is getting late, and do you want to take any chances? The manager decides to go to the pen.
And it's Jose Reyes in the box now. Drove in a run earlier in the game. First one to Reyes. Here's the pitch. That's foul, back behind the plate. He deals. And it's 0-2. Reyes is going to be swinging at anything close.
Well, you go to the 8th inning right here, and obviously the game's getting much shorter here. 2 innings left in this one, and you've got the 1-run lead. But you have to go out there and try to get something going and force them to put the ball in play. Do not give free passes. Do not let them get on base easily.
Good 2-strike pitch. Misses high. 1-2.
Well, he tried to go up the ladder on him right there, but the hitter laid off. Good piece of hitting.
The 1-2 on its way. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. And Diaz picks it up.
Well, they followed the advanced scouting reports to a T. They played the outfielders back that time, and he hit it right into the teeth of the defense.
And Peter Moylan is the pitcher as the Braves turn to him in relief.
This is where the manager earns his money. Let's see if this move pays off.
And it's Luis Castillo at the plate. Nobody on base, 1 away. First pitch to Castillo. Sinker's in there, no balls and a strike.
1 out right here in the 8th inning. Obviously a critical time of the game right now as we're getting short. Offensively, they need extra bases. They need a double. Get in scoring position. Get a triple here. Get yourself in a position where maybe a productive out scores a run.
Strike 2 there. No balls, 2 strikes. Castillo will protect.
He threw that one exactly where he wanted it, down and in.
On the ground to short. Picked up by Escobar. And that will retire Castillo. David Wright at the plate. He doubled his last time. 2 outs, bases empty. Wright gets set. Here's the first pitch. Hard grounded to short. And Escobar picks it up. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. No hits, nobody left on. And a good defensive half inning. Atlanta's still in charge in this one. Cleanup batter due up next. Quick snapshot there, Bobby Cox. 9th inning baseball. Happy to have that 1-run edge right here. That's how significant it is. And it's Brian McCann in the box now. Got a couple of RBIs thus far.
Well, big production in this ball game, already driving in a couple runs, and a major factor in this offense.
Sliders in there, no balls and a strike. He delivers. Brian McCann isn't fooled by that one. The count is even. And he looks at a sinker in there, and it's 1-2 now.
You throw the sinker ball to get the ground ball out. He got the called strike right there. If they swing, he's going to get his share of ground balls.
And that one sails by Brian McCann. He's not ready for that pitch, and he's gone.
You get a look back to this strikeout.
When a pitcher feels he's dominating a hitter, why waste time? And it's Jeff Francoeur now. 1 out, nobody on. Now Francoeur gets set. Swing and a miss on that curveball. It's 0-1.
You got the hitter down in a hole. You know he struggles with sliders when he's behind in the count. You got to throw him the slider.
Pitch on the way. And Francoeur has got himself a single.
Now, a good way to keep that batting average going in the right direction. His 3rd hit of the game, and it comes here with only 1 out in the inning.
And it's Casey Kochman now. 1 out, man on first. Here's the pitch to Kochman. And that's in there for a strike.
Well, he gets the breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. He must have been looking for something else.
That's a foul ball. That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. That's the 2nd out of the inning.
Speed helps on the bases, and it helps in the outfield. Center fielders have good speed. He showed it there, running this ball down in the gap.
And we're going to see Diaz here. We'll try it again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. 2 outs and a man on first. Here's the pitch. Paints the lower outside corner. Call strike 1.
Well, I have to go out of the strike zone here on the 0-1 count. He tends to be very aggressive here. See if you can't get him to chase.
Plays off the curveball. Good pitch, though. 1-1.
They went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
Swung on and a grounder to first. And he'll step on first to retire the side. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. Now we move on to the home half of the 9th inning. It'll be Mike Gonzalez. He's going to be Atlanta's closer.
Well, going to the bullpen right here, that's his chess move. Let's see if it's checkmate. Well, this is where Carlos Delgado has done it so many different times in his career. They're looking for him to try to get it done again today.
Bottom half of the last inning. This is what you live for. Move to the front of your seat and take a look.
Now, Gary, this is why you buy a ticket, come to the game. 2 of the best squaring off. Let's see who can win.
And that's number 1.
Went out here in the 9th inning, and obviously in a situation where you're looking for outs, and you can't allow somebody to score, but if you can get an out, do what you need to get it.
And it's Carlos Beltran at the plate. He had a single in his last time up. Bases empty with 1 away. The fresh count on Beltran. Here it comes. And it's 0-1. Gonzalez caught him looking on that one. Strike two. Now with no balls and 2 strikes. Beltran needs to protect that strike zone.
I don't think he liked that call very much, but the reality is he couldn't hit that any day of the week. That's a great pitch.
Kicks and throws. Swinging a drive. Deep left center. It's caught.
Now we're counting down right here. They've got 1 out left in this game, and I think offensively you're hoping for that long ball, but you'll take anything. Give a base runner. Get somebody on.
Base is empty and 2 down. First pitch on the way. And he lays off one low, 1-0.
Gotta like the location here. Pound the bottom of the strike zone. Just misses, but he's in the right spot.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and a foul straight back. Slider just off the black that time. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball on the black. He doesn't get the call though, and it's 3-1.
Good fastball right there. Let's see what he's going to come back with now.
He lets that fastball go by. Called strike. 3-2.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
Payoff pitch coming. And it's in there. Strike 3 called. That's it.
Well, Gary, Atlanta wins it in a close one. A good effort all around. Got to have them feeling good about the way they're playing right now.
GD's Alaska, Steve Fiziak, they're standing by. Let's go to Hardball Central.
Thanks, Gary. Welcome back to Hardball Central. We saw what can only be considered toughness out there on that mound in this one. I think we have to say that performer deserves our Pepsi Clutch Performer of the game, Steve.
Javier Vasquez gets our Pepsi Clutch Performer, and why not?